Hey everybody, welcome to Monday Facebook Live. I'm so happy that you're here. I hope that you guys are doing well. You're surviving your isolation and your social distancing. Can I just say, I hate that phrase, but I am so glad to be here with you guys today. So I think it's time to get our Stampin' Lips on. So I got this sweater that I have on today. It's really light. And I can't decide if it's old lady or if it's cute. I'm not prepared to be an old lady yet. There we go. So you guys will have to tell me what you think. And I can handle it if you think it's old lady. Just be honest, right? I always say there's no judging at the Creativity Cave, but we can be honest. Anyway, I hope you guys are surviving. I know it has been just a crazy, crazy time in life here in the US, of course, and I'm sure wherever you are in the world, it's just wild. I am really happy that my job hasn't really changed. I still am stamping. I'm still working from home. I just have extra people here with me, and so it's just crazy. Today, I had a moment of sadness. I was on a video chat with my two friends, Barb and Kelly, that I do a lot of stuff with. We were talking about some stuff coming up for next month that we work on together. And at the time of our call, I had gotten an email from Ella's college where she's going to go next fall. And they said that they're canceling in-person orientation. And my heart just sank because that's not until June. And so I just worry so much that we're going to lose all of those really important, oh my gosh, hold it together, Dina. All those really important senior things. So, like, I'm sure prom is gone. I doubt there will be a graduation ceremony anymore. I told her no matter what, we will have a graduation party. I just don't know when it's going to be. Okay, I'm fine. But yesterday was Carl's birthday. A few of you guys probably saw I posted a picture. we had um, we had a little impromptu birthday party. Such a tricky thing to turn 14 when you can't hang out with your friends. My sweet son's friend came over and brought brownies for him and a little drink, there's this place, like it's a little coffee shop that has like energy drinks, and it was that kind of a thing, and a card for him, which was just so, so sweet. And so we had our little birthday party, and of course, I was really mad because, ooh, hold on, I have to see that. Denise, it was your birthday yesterday too. Happy birthday. I know a good friend of mine, her name is Max. She works at Stampin' Up. I've known her for many, 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 many years. It was her birthday yesterday too. And so, in fact, I feel bad. I should message her. I'm actually in Facebook jail right now, and I think all of that happened. Sorry, I gotta clean up. My stupid Facebook jail. I was scrolling through Facebook Saturday morning, and I just scrolling, doing nothing, maybe liking something here or there, nothing crazy. And then it said I was in Facebook jail. But it's at least letting me post on the groups I control, which is fantastic. I still don't know why, but whatever. Stupid Facebook. That's why we're here on YouTube right now. So anyway, but what was I going to say about that? Oh, I didn't get to wish Max a happy birthday like on Facebook because it wouldn't let me post on her wall. But anyway, well, Denise, it was your birthday too. Well, happy birthday, my friends. How awesome. That is just wonderful. So last week was just kind of a roller coaster of a week. I kind of feel like that's just how it is right now. Do you guys feel like that too? It's just such a crazy weird thing that's happening right now. But I hope that you guys are all hanging in there. I know for some of you it's so hard with job questions and financial questions, and just know that you are all on my heart and in my prayers. I actually had a message from one of my team members. She is a nurse and she is having trouble finding a respirator and wanted to know if my husband working at John Deere could find one. So it's just a crazy thing that they're trying to get stuff. And I think like companies are looking to make these things, but it's just ramping up their businesses so that, you can get those things made. Anyway, he was so funny. He goes, "Well, I can 3D printer a shield, like a those face shields they put on." So I thought that was kind of funny. I can see him doing that too. So anyway, I really had to giggle. I felt bad for her being in that situation, but I had to giggle that she was reaching out to somebody like my husband, just, out of who knows, you never know. And that is so true. So anyway, I hope that those healthcare workers, I just feel for them. I can't imagine what they're doing every day trying to keep people alive in their jobs, which is just so different than other places, So, like we work from home and it's okay. I'm not trying to keep somebody alive with this crazy virus out there. So, anyway, um, another somebody asked about my husband. He's doing fine. He is working from home like a lot of people are, and it's all good. I have to tell you, I'm giggling because I have my lip plumping lip gloss on that I had gotten from someone, and it's tingly. So, oh my gosh, I'm just reading all the comments. They're just coming in talking about how everything is. Hi, Erin, she's on. I was just talking about you. So, yeah, just crazy, crazy, crazy. Anyway, I hope you guys are all holding up though. It is just crazy stuff. Crazy, crazy stuff. Oh, well, thank you, Diane. I know I like this lip gloss too. It totally goes with my outfit. It's really lovely today. It's sunny. Actually had to like close my shades a little bit. I have blinds in my office. I had to close them a little bit because it's so bright. I was sitting at my computer and it was like the light was blinding me, which I love. I think after this is done, I'm gonna go outside and just soak in some sun. My speaking of my son, as in my son, actually I should say my son. He's taller than me. Actually, he's almost as tall as my husband. But he he was out suntanning earlier today, which I think is pretty funny. So, somebody asked what are Ella's school. They're navy blue and gray. Um, I'm just reading all these comments. Julie's son is a senior in high school. Yeah, I think the thing that's hardest is actually she was working so incredibly hard to make it to state for track. I mean, she's been working all year. I mean, literally for a year to make it, to train and all of that stuff. Kind of, I want to say it's kind of like the Olympians. Okay, let's be real. It's not quite like that, but I mean, that was just such a huge goal, and I feel horrible that all these kids have all these things that they're not going to be able to do and participate in, like prom. I mean, she got to go last year, so that's not such a huge deal. But I think the state, I mean, all those kids in athletics, that's such a hard thing. And then my my heart also goes out to those Olympians. I can't imagine just the mental, you've been preparing for this, you've worked so hard for this, and then you have to wait another year for this. I mean, that's a huge deal. Oh, I feel bad for them. Not to mention that I love the Olympics. I love them so much. I'm sad that we don't have them coming. You just want to eat a whole lot of ice cream. I totally get it. Me too. I think everybody, after this is all done, we are all going to need to go on like some sort of diet together to take, it's the Corona 15, not the freshman 15, right? Yeah, it's just stuff. Crazy, crazy stuff. So, anyway, having said all of those things, though, I do have a ton of announcements for you. I'll probably flip the camera, have some visual aids. But I've got some great projects to share today. Can you see my daughter? Of course you can. That would be amazing. She'll graduate in May, possibly, or she's supposed to. We'll see. I know, Oreos. Me too. So I will say that one thing that was a bright was, yes, last week started my sunshine and sending sunshine and rainbows group, which went really well, and we're still growing. We already have almost 700 people. Actually, it might be 700 people. I haven't looked with all the people I've added today, but lots and lots of amazing things there. You can join the group, and I put a link in the description of the, if I didn't, I will put it on, but well, our group is, the whole point of the group is to and receive cards from one another. And so you can join the rack group, or the rack list, which is in the group. You can send cards to each other for birthdays. The rack list is organized birthday month, so that makes it kind of easy. You can also send cards for people who've been nominated, and each week I will put new nominations. I keep getting them in, so you can email me if you would like to nominate somebody. All you need is send me an email with the person you'd like to nominate them, and of course their address, and then why you want to nominate them. And we've got some amazing stories. I can't wait for this week's. There's another wonderful group of nominations this week, and I'm really loving the outpouring of love. We've already seen pictures of people who found it. So yeah, it's really exciting. I will say, though, you do need to answer the questions in order to get into the group. They're very basic questions, but they're just to prevent people who shouldn't be from being in the group. You know what I mean? Like, I actually have a whole bunch of groups on Facebook, and I get requests from clearly not card makers on a fairly regular basis in those groups. And so questions I ask are just to verify that you're like a legitimate person, you know what I mean? So awesome to see all of the extent, and so it really is pretty great. I have any questions. If you're in, don't worry about this. I did it after, like on the second day, maybe. I can't remember when I added it. It was just prevent, weird stuff from happening. The other aspect of this group that I'm so excited about is that I am going to have a free class on there once a month, and I am going to sneak a class in for March. It is going to feature the positive thoughts stamp set and the coordinating dies, Nature's Thoughts dies. So I'm very excited about that. If you haven't ordered them, I highly recommend doing it by tomorrow. Buy for a celebration item if you get both of them. Dies are only available tomorrow, so make sure to get. It is super awesome. The other thing is I will have a cardstock packet available, and all that information is going to get posted tomorrow, so you can order this and pre-cut cardstock if you would like for the class. The PDF is going to be free, so that's awesome. I think I'm going to flip my camera around, and I see you're saying it's freezing, and I'm not having trouble here, but will you tell everybody to stop streaming because I'm doing my live in our house? Awesome. And they all wish you a happy birthday.
Thank you.
Tan.
How do you know?
Your color. You've got color in your skin. I can see it. Look. Happy birthday. Hi, Carl.
I do be looking like a golden.
You're golden, yeah. Okay.
I actually did tan today.
Awesome. I can see it. Ooh, you feel warm, like you've got sun on your face. Not like you're dying, but lots of birthday wishes.
Okay.
But will you ask people to stop streaming?
Yes.
Thanks.
Love you.
Okay. Ooh, lots and lots and lots of birthday wishes coming in, sweetie. Can I just say, I can't wait for them to not be in my house anymore. Okay. So I'm going to flip the camera around. I've got a few more announcements, but I've got vision for them. Okay. So here we go. All right. So first of all, I've got a list, 2 Post-its worth. First of all, I want to remind you of a few things I've done. When you spend at least $50 in store, you will get this PDF of the Parisian Blossoms. It has 12 tutorials in it, and the projects are stunning. And you can, if you order $50 in my online store during the month of March, or you can purchase it from my blog. And there's actually to it in this description of this video. So we have the Ornate Garden Suite. So many of you asked me to demonstrate this. I will not do that until next week because it's not available for customers to purchase. However, if you want to join, you can put this suite of products your starter kit, which is kind of a cool thing. And so that's really awesome. It comes with, it's actually, there's a whole bunch of products, but there's 2 bundles. So the first is the style stamp set. It's got a nice floral set plus these layers. So the 3 different dies right here. There's another die. 1, 2, 3. So really cool stuff. So an embossing folder, a ribbon pack, and gilded gems of like gold rhinestones. It's more like stone gold because it's not stony and clear. It's just solid gold. Okay. And there's a bundle, and this is the ornate thanks stamp set, and I really like you can mix it the little part. And there is also a border dies that goes is really cool. And beautiful DSP. It is really, really gorgeous DSP. Going to be a special for customers April, so in a couple days. And I do have an online coming for which is going to be actually pretty awesome. That was one of the things we were going over. You want to get that in your kit, otherwise it'll be next time. All right, next up, I have the coordination product release, which is so cute. It is that is available through the end of this tomorrow, and that includes those thoughts. There's the special days dies. They go with cute little raccoon stamps set, which is called Special Someone. There's the Ladybugs dies that goes with the Ladybug stamp set. The Sending Flowers dies, which go Celebration stamp set. And there's also the Please Just Punch, which is amazing if you don't have it. All right. So, blurry, terrible connection, freezing. Okay. Can anyone see me? I'm not sure. Hold on. I'm going to see if I can do something. I'll be right back. People saying they can see me. Here. Had to go out and come back in. Okay, if you're struggling with that, go back out and come back in. I'm going to write a little note. Hopefully that helps. Freezing and it's blurry. Okay. Better now. I can see and hear you. Usually have terrible issues. Okay. All right. So I'm not sure what I like. We're saying it's good and half of you it's bad. So I'm not sure what to do, but there it is. So try that. I think it probably is. It is so many people that are on at once. I think that problem. All right, well, I'm going to keep going. If you really struggle, you can definitely check out the replay because it usually is fine in the replay, guys. So sorry about that. Right. Okay. Let's see. Now, I've got a few other things to mention. First of all, oh my gosh, you guys, celebration ends tomorrow. Like, how is that even possible? We've got 2 celebration catalogs plus flyer. And that is all really awesome stuff that you don't want to miss out on. So the celebration goodies for free are through the end of tomorrow. So make sure you get in on that. You can get free products for spending $50 or more. You can get free products for joining. Stampin' Up! When you join, there's no better deal that we offer. You would get the cute little mini trimmer, a sample pack of printed papers, plus a stamp set of your choice, which is amazing. And if you've ever wanted a discount on your purchases, or if you're spending a lot, this is the best way to get all of those fabulous things at a great price. And all kinds of awesome I've got all kinds of awesome perks for being a part of them as well. Sorry, I was reading some of the comments. And so it's really the best deal around. And of course, the great thing, you got access to all kinds of demonstrator perks when you're a part of both me and for Stampin'. That's pretty cool. All right. Next, um, there are a few that I have going on right now that are still available. Tropical Blossoms class, activity to go class is, I love the projects that I had this month. So make sure you grab that if you haven't already. The Bonanza Buddy online class is also available, as well as the Under My Umbrella. Two classes come either with a PDF only or with pre-cut cardstock. So you can take a look at that. And then my Facebook class for going to be tomorrow night. So make sure you check that out. I am going to go live tonight, hopefully, if all things work out, at 8 p.m. to showcase all of my celebration samples. So I probably won't necessarily demonstrate anything, but I'm going to show a whole bunch of really awesome stuff for celebration. So that will be a live, kind of fun to chime in if you would with me. And so I can't wait for that. That's going to be tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time. And I'll post a link like I normally do in my Facebook group, or you can just pop on for my channel and you should be able to see it. Did I find the pom-pom from last? Yes, I did. Thank you. It to a piece of paper, of printed paper package. So yeah, I did find it. And of course I did right after I was done with my live. So I thought that was kind of funny. Okay, so today I have really super fun projects to share with you. One of them is, well, actually, I'm going to show you the project first, and then I'm going to show you how it was made. So the time is 8 p.m. tonight, 8 p.m. Central Time. So this is a card that I'm going to make featuring the well-dressed celebration stamp set. This was part of the second release of celebration items. And isn't this just the cutest card? Oh my gosh. So I got this from a fellow demonstrator in a swap that I did, and I really, really like how it turned out. I think it's just a super cute card. So I wanted to show you how it was made. And you might recall last week I had a really cute card, but it so did not go well. I wrote everything down this time, so it's going to go better. I'm sure of that. All right. So the first thing you're going to want to do is cut a 7-inch by 4¼ inch piece of paper. It just so happens that if you take a half a sheet of cardstock, you can get as you need. So like this is a half a sheet of cardstock, and then when you cut it 7 by 4¼ this is the main piece you need, and then the second piece you need, which is kind of the leftovers right here, is 1.5 by 4¼ so it works out really well. And then this is just, we don't need that. Okay, so that's awesome. I'm going to take my trimmer and we're going to score this at 5½ inches. Okay, because that is the size of the card. So I'm just scoring at 5½ inches. And then the other thing that I'm going to do is to take and mark at 1.5 inches from the bottom. I'm put a little, just a little tick mark. And if you, yeah, it's on there. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this piece. I'm just going to go 1.5 inches and do just a little tick mark. And you'll see why. It's not a crucial thing, but it'll just help a little bit. Okay, so I've got my two pieces here. So you can see there's a little, well, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little teeny tick mark at about 1.5 inches. So no big deal. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is fold this over. And then this piece right here will create their portion of my card. Okay, I'm going to take and put this piece right here. So I've got a 4 by 5¼ inch piece that's going to sit right in here. Okay. All right. Then, and by the way, Kathy, I think just said, if you're talking about my settings, they're the right settings for buffering. I shouldn't be having that problem. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is I want to create the little flaps. So that's why I marked the 1.5 inches so that the flaps for my lapels will be about right. Okay, so I'm just going to take, and if you want, you can, but I'm going to show you a little trick that I think is handy for this. And that is I'm going to take, and I'm taking my score line right here, and I'm going to line up my tick mark on the edge of my trimmer. Okay, and I'll try and turn this so you can see. So I'm going to line this tick mark up on the edge of my trimmer, and then this point up on the 1 inch mark. Okay. Or no, I'm sorry. That's not what I want to do. This point on my score line at the 1 inch mark. Okay. So I've got this tick mark and this tick mark. And what I'm going to do is actually bend it over the edge. All right. Does that make sense how I did that? So I'm bending it over the edge. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. Okay, although I don't have a score line, but I do have, oh, this one will be the point. Okay, so here is my tick mark on the edge, and then the corner is at the 1 inch. Okay, and then I'm bending over the edge. All right. Now, when I do that, I should have fairly even L's on both sides. And what do you know? That works pretty good. All right. So that was one little trick that I did for this. Okay. Now the other thing is I need a piece of Whisper White to attach all of this stuff to, which is kind of like the white shirt in my man's outfit here. And so that piece is going to be 3.5 by 4 white. And I don't know why I said for tie. It's the shirt, really. Okay. So that piece is going to go right under here. And notice it is a little smaller, but I'll show you why in just a second. And then the last piece I need, which seems to have gotten away from me, is a piece that I embossed. Oh, where is it? Not good. I embossed a piece of crumb cake with the Argyle embossing folder, and this is in the Occasions catalog. Okay, now what I'm going to do is take my Truly Tailored tag, and I'm just going to center this and take a little divot out of this panel, okay, for my tie, my shirt, really, okay, to go in there. And then you can see it'll fit in here like that. Oh, isn't that awesome? Okay, so here is the sweater. All right, now what we need to do is we need to do a little bit of stamping. So I'm going to grab a couple pieces out of here. So first of all, I want to stamp my tie on a little scrap of Whisper White. And I'm going to do that in Real Red cards, or ink, pardon me. And then we'll trim out just the tie. Okay, so I'll set that aside for a second, and then we'll trim that out. Then I need to clean my stamp, and then I'm going to stamp it a second time. This time it will be in Night of Navy. Sorry, I just trying to find a clean chamois. Okay. So the second time I'm going to stamp, It's going to be a night of navy, and it's going to be right at the very top of my piece of white right here. Okay. And so I want to stamp this right in the center. And really high up. In fact, I'm getting way down so I can see what I'm doing. So it's nice and high up on the card panel. Okay. And then you can see it'll fit like that. In fact, I need to get it up even higher. Okay. So I flipped it over, and I'm going to do this one more time. I don't know if you can see, but I'm literally wiggling my nose to make sure it's up high enough, and I don't know if that's high enough yet or not. I guess I can also punch a little bit more out of this, and that will probably help. Yep, that did it. Okay, so there we go. Now you can see my shirt. Okay, so next I'm going to adhere this to the white panel. Now here's the only bad thing is I stamped on both sides of this, and I sort of needed one side to be white, but that's okay because I can just cut another piece to cover it up, you know, where I messed up there. All right, so we've got that attached, and then I'm going to position this right here like so, and then you want these to be as evenly spaced as possible on the card. So what I'm going to do is straighten that out and adhere like so. Okay, and then I'm going to put this one on the other end, and it should, if you stamped this fairly centered on the white piece, it should line up with the edge. But if you need to adjust that a little bit, that's okay too. Don't worry. Don't worry if that's what you need to do. But mine does seem to be about lined up. And then you just want to make sure it's kind of flush with the top and bottom edge of your card. Okay, so that all works and it looks good. Now again, when I'm done, I'll put another piece of white to cover up my little mistake there, and we won't tell anybody. Okay. The other thing I'm going to do is this piece is going to go on the inside of my card. But before I adhere it, I want to do a little stamping. And then, of course, I also need to fussy cut my tie really quick. I don't know about you, but I don't actually know. My husband does not wear ties. In fact, if he can help wearing a tie ever, he doesn't. But I know this is such a sweet card for like grandpas and different things. But the sentiment we're going to use on this is pretty awesome. So I think, and I just think it's a really sweet card. So the sentiment we're going to use is from a different stamp set. Well, there aren't any sentiments, I don't think, in this. It's well dressed. Then we'll just adhere that right to the top. So cute. Okay, and I'm going to kind of tuck my tie in under my suit. But look at how awesome that is, okay? I'm just going to plop that on with a couple glue dots, because why not? Okay. And then if you want, you can even put a rhinestone on here, like, you know, like a tie clip kind of a thing. Okay. Now, we also have the inside, like I mentioned before. And for this, I'm going to stamp that hat. Okay. And for that, I'm going to use some crumb cake. And we'll stamp that on here 3 times, just going down the side. But you do want to make sure you're really far over to the edge so that everything's kind of aligned correctly, you know. So there's our 3 hats. And then when you close that, they're kind of lined right up. Perfect for that. Okay. Mike, thank you so much. I don't have fake nails, but I really appreciate you commenting. All right. Okay. My nails are real, Mike, just like me. But thank you for being here. All right. Don't tell me my nails are fake. They are real. Okay. The only thing fake on me is my hair color. So there you go. All right. But wait, there's more. All right. So, of course, we need an full sentiment to go with this. So we're going to use the Thanks for the Laughs stamp set. Oh goodness, we have some housekeeping to do. Oh, goodness, goodness, goodness. Sorry, you guys. Hold on a second. Okay, there was a question too. What size was the crumb cake piece that I embossed? Oh, good question, Dolly. That was 2 3/4 by 4. Or no, 2 and sorry, it's a half sheet of a 4 by 5 1/4. So that was 1/8 by 4. Oh, do I have it on here? I don't. Yeah. Okay. So now I have my sentiment and I want that and else is going in timeout. Oh my gosh. Gee. Okay. All right. Gosh. All of a sudden we've got some cray-crays on here. Oh. Okay. Sentiment is going to come from the stamp set Thanks for the Laughs. All right. Don't worry, Sheila, we have. Okay. And so for this, we're going to use, I often think about how amazing you are. And isn't that kind, oh my gosh. Seriously. Remove. Yeah, I'm working on it. Okay. Yes. Goodness gracious. If you don't have anything nice to say, zip your lip and go somewhere else. We are a happy place. Okay. So I often think of how amazing you are, and then today you get it in writing. Okay. Oh my gosh. There. I think, okay. I actually normally do have somebody who moderates this, and she might not be on here today. So, okay. So let's continue on. I think we should be good. I've done every book I can think of to get rid of this person. All right. So I'm just going to stamp that sentiment. I've got a little scrap. This is 3/4 inch by about 2 1/4. And then we will put this layer of red right here. Okay. So, and the worst part about, I cannot believe he's commenting on my nails. Like, seriously, dude, what is wrong with you? Okay. So I'm going to flip this around, pop it up. And yeah, and I was thinking green would be another good this, or maybe even mossy meadow, So I really do like this. And then finally we'll write, today you get it in writing, which will go right there. Okay. So that is our card. So fun, isn't it? And then we'll just pretend that's not there because we'll cover it up. So that's our first card. That was kind of the fussy, fancy one. Okay, now next card is going to feature one of my absolute favorite celebration things. It's actually two things, the stamp and punch. I just by the way, I will get all of these up on my blog for you. My favorite thing from celebration this time has for sure been the thoughtful blooms, and then of course the coordinating punch. So these are just absolutely have been my favorite things. I could probably do a project with them every day for forever. We won't do that today, but so I was working on some projects recently, and I wanted just a really simple card. And I think that the best way to play with a stamp set like this is to just pull it out and stamp it and play with it. Okay. And so what I did with that was I grabbed a few of the images. Let me just pull them in here quick. Okay. And I really wanted to do something with this border image. I really like it. I think it's kind of a cool image. And so I was working on ways to play with that. So what I had to do was add a bold. Okay. So I'm going to stamp this in black. And I'm just going to stamp it right across here, kind of in the center. And this is just a 4x5 white panel. And what I was doing was in with all the Brights ink pads. So I grabbed wraps from the Brights. I've got, let me pull them again. I was just doing kind of in order, really. I'm looking for my scraps. Hold on one. I got them here. They're just under a few things. Okay, so I've got, oh goodness, I'm almost there. Okay, I've got, this is Daffodil Delight. This is Daffodil Delight. This is Mango Melody. And then, of course, no card would be complete without the color that lets us know God loves us. And that would be Coastal Cabana. So what I did was I just 3 colors, and I think these are just bright, happy as can be colors, right? And I'm going to stamp them each on the same color of ink on the of scroll of cardstock, right? Oh, this is not a clean stamp. Hold on. Let's clean that off and get a good impression this time. I hate when. Okay. So we'll just flip that over and no one. Oh. And then I'll do my melon mambo. So clean that really quick. And then we'll do melon. And then I'm just going to punch all 3 out. So super easy. And I'll show you, I'm going to show you design, and then you can do this in a bunch of different layouts with the same, pardon me, they're sort of different layouts. I'll show you what I mean. Hold on. I got creative is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I'm lining those up. Don't you love the yellows with this pop of Havana? Really a great layout or color combo. Okay, so we'll.
Okay, guys, I hope you're back. I know I lost you for a second. Hopefully you're back with me. Okay, oh, good. I see you're back. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I don't know what is going on today. Okay, so I'm just kind of arranging these on here, and then I'm adding some leaves like that. Okay, there we go. Okay, so then I'm gonna kind of just curl these up a little bit and then glue dot them down. Okay, and there we go. Put one there, and our final one. I know, I think everybody is using the internet. Okay, and I do want to move this one over just a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so there we go. We've got our 3 flowers on there. And of course, we're going to add a sentiment. Now, this set has several sentiments in it, and so I'm going to do congratulations. Like that. Isn't that so cute? Oh, okay. Of course, we need to embellish. So I'm going to grab my rhinestones, and we'll add rhinestones with my take your pick tool. I'll put a medium-sized one in the middle and then a couple smaller ones on either side. It doesn't matter. You can put whatever you want in the center of those babies, though. Okay, such a fun card. Now, you could, and actually, you can tell me if you would prefer a white or a yellow card base, I guess, or Coastal Cabana for this. Ooh, that's pretty. But I kind of like the white on white. We'll pull out one option. You can tell me, vote for your favorite in the comments. Here's our third option. Oh, maybe the winner. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Now, you all are voting yellow before you had all the information. So, ooh, Coastal Cabana. Thank you, fans. You get it. Ooh, I still have a lot of yellows. Oh, blue. Yeah, tricky business, you guys, isn't it? So hard to choose. I know I said you could vote, but I might have to overrule you because that's the color that lets us know God loves us. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to put it on my Coastal Cabana. Okay. Now, if you don't like the Coastal Cabana, well, you can make your own card and put it on yellow. You should buy the supplies from me. Oh my gosh, now tons more. I'm seeing tons of votes coming in. Thank you guys. I love when you vote. That's awesome. Okay. Ooh. All right. So I'm just going to adhere this. Yeah, but I think you'll appreciate them. So same exact card layout. I just in color combination. I used the different leafy thing. So okay, and then this one I did with Poppy Parade, Flirty Flamingo, and Mambo, and then I just this way. So you can see all the different options from this. Well, leafy thing. That seems right. So anyway, those are the 3 versions. And then I will probably, because you guys were very much against the white, I'll probably do a color behind each of these and then I'll post them so you can see them all. But yeah, isn't that awesome? They're so easy. So easy. And I think they would definitely be great to send to somebody to brighten their day just because of those bright, happy colors. So right. One of the so for my next card, 2 requests. I always have people tell me they need sympathy cards or thinking of you cards, and I also had a request for something from the annual catalog because we're so focused on celebration, we're so focused on the occasions that we sometimes forget about that. So here we go. We're going to make a really pretty card with the Inspiring Iris stamps. This set just screams spring. And I really love that this set is kind of unique in that you can use these detailed images by themselves. You can use the solid parts by themselves, without the detail, or you can use them together. So I really like all of that. And I think, anyway, and I really like the sentiments in the stamp set. So it's really good. By the way, somebody had asked where all the leafy thingies that I used were in the Thoughtful Bloom. So I used those 2, and then this was the other one that I mentioned. So yeah, they're all in there. Anyway, so for this card, I'm going to start with a rectangle. This is the second to largest rectangle in the Stitch So Sweetly dies. And I really like those Stitch So Sweetly. You've seen me use them a whole bunch of times. We're going to use them again on the next card, actually. So really a versatile set of dies if you don't have them yet. In fact, I will pull them out so you can see them. They come like this, and I pulled this die out because I was using it on something. But such great shapes in that set of dies. Anyway, so for this card, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 2 solid pieces and I'm going to use them without their detail top parts. Okay. And I'm going to use crushed curry and I think pear pizzazz. Yeah, pear pizzazz for my base. And then I'm going to stamp my sentiment in early espresso. So I really like this color combination. And then I'm going to put it on a crumb cake card base. Okay, so to start with, I'm going to use my pear pizzazz and stamp the bottom. Now this is a 2-step stamp set, which I love. So the flowers are separate from the leafy portions. And then, like I said, there's details and not detailed pieces. So I'm going to start, and what I love too is, do you see how image is darker and lighter? That's built into the stamp. So it's like doing the shading for you, which I think is awesome. Okay, so I stamped on here, and I'm going to stamp it a couple times without re-inking to create a little bit of a background. Okay, then I've got the leafy image that's going to go on top. I'm going to stamp that off the first layer of ink just because this one's kind of dark. And then I'll stamp that on there. And then I'm going to stamp it on the again without re-inking. So this darkest one is off because that's really dark. And then these other 2 are stamped off a 3rd and 4th time. Okay. All right, so there we go. Now I really like the look of this, but it's very white, okay? So it would be good if we added a little bit more color to it. So I'm going to grab my makeup brush. This is just one I got on Amazon. It's an oval makeup brush, and it's a large or extra large size. Okay, I'm just to of ink, and then in the corner sponge on a little color. Okay, and look at how that really added a lot to the card. It really made it kind of vibrant and nice. Okay, now I will tell you, in making this card, I also put yellow up here. Did not look good. So we're not going to do that. You could put like pool party at the top if you wanted. That would be okay, but I'm going to skip that. Instead, I'm going to put a ribbon up here. So I think that will work great. The green I'm using is pear pizzazz. Okay, now the sentiment is going to be, like I said, in earliest ink. Just as soon as I find my sentiment. And this sentiment is just perfect. It is sending hugs, prayers, and lots of love. So I think this would be good sympathy card for somebody to say, hey, I know it's a lot. So a great card to have on hand, especially right now. Okay, so that looks fantastic. Now I want to put this on a crumb cake card base, which I actually already have folded. As preparing, I was getting aggressive. I already folded my card base. A 2-inch strip of printed paper. This is from the Best Dressed printed paper. I just love this paper. And here we go. I'm going to adhere that to my card. So I love that yellow diagonal stripe from this paper pack. Again, that's the Best Dressed. So then I want to pop this up onto my card. And I want to do something else. So in this stamp set, we have another image. So in the last card, I used this image. And in this set, I'm going to use this image just because it's in here. But I'm going to stamp this. Okay, and I'm just going to have it go, not all the way, but most of the way across my card. And it'll just go on here like that. Okay, just add another little element to my card. And then we're going to pop this up right here. Okay, and I love those little images. A lot of times they're great for kind of adding a collage accent. If you happen to catch my Simple to Stunning Sundays yesterday, there's a border image I used kind of like this in the card I did yesterday. That was kind of cool. Okay, so I'm popping this up onto my card like so, and then I'm going to add some ribbon. Now, when I was doing this, we have some crushed curry, seam crinkled too much, if you know what I mean. So I decided instead to try the ruched Daffodil Delight ribbon. This is from the Bonanza Buddies kind of suite of products, and I really liked this ribbon in place of that crushed curry. I also liked it because it's a little curry is more like a 1/2 inch and this is more like 1/4 inch. So I just tied a little bow and I'll trim that off. Then I'll just glue dot it at the top and that's it. Such a pretty card. Now there's one more thing we could do to the card. I'm betting some of you know what it is. And that would be to add a little spritzing. So at my marker here, I'm gonna move stuff and then I'm going to spritz. And this marker's seen a little better days, but there we go. We got some good spritzing on there. That looks good. And I may as well spritz a little clear wink Estella. I will close this ink pad. We don't need any clear wink in there. All right, so now I smacked this on and hopefully you can see there's some spritz marks in there as well. All right, love it. Did you see the spritzes on there? Kind of pretty. Okay, so there's our next card. So that's 3 so far. Okay. Our next card, it's another really happy card. So I mentioned that I had my what's it called? Tropical Timeless Tropical. I always want to say Tropical Oasis, but that's not actually the right name. So my Timeless Tropical Creativity to Go class, that was a mouthful, came out Friday. I still have that available if you would like to order it. There's a link in the description of our video right now. But this was one of the cards that didn't fit in the class as I'm going to use some dies that were not part of it. So, this one didn't make the class really liked the card, and it is really happy. So I've got a poppy base, and then I cut a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of the printed paper that goes with it. This is like the Chiquita banana paper. I don't know. That's what I like to call it. And then I've also die cut a scalloped rectangle to go with this out of that same paper packet, same piece, just the other side. And then I've also got this piece that I die cut from the same set of dies as this one, the Stitch So Sweetly, and we're going to do a little stamping on here. So first of all, I love this stamp set. I think that is pretty clear. It is such a fun set just because, I think it's like the Calgon Take Me Away stamp set, really. Anyway, well, what I'm going to do is inks in 2 colors. Okay, and here's why it's inking, is I'm actually just inking it up here like that. Did you see what I just did? And then I'm going to take my So Saffron and do the same thing where I'm, this in the other hand, I'm going to ink up just the pineapple part in my So Saffron, and then there is in my Pear Pizzazz. Okay, that's how I quickly and easily stamped this in without using markers. Oh gosh, but I get a goober on there. That's okay, because we're going to stamp over this anyway. I love, it's just easier than getting your markers out and coloring. I don't like to do. Okay, I don't like to do because I'm lazy. That's why. Now I'm going to stamp right on top of this, and my favorite stamp is Rest and Relax, You Deserve It. So I will stamp that in Poppy Parade right over the top. Okay. There we go. Oh, I did it a little off center, but that's okay. I know exactly. Okay, so that looks cute. I'm going to add to it, because this was off center, I'm going to add one trinkets, which I love these trinkets. So there's a bunch of different shades here, but I'm going to take the bar, but I realize it's a ukulele. And I will take and just got that right there, and now it's less off center. Okay, I think I'm still buffering. Swirling on my phone. Can you guys see me? You're saying I'm back, but my phone, I see a swirl, so I'm worried I'm going to disappear again. If I do, I'll. No, I don't want to stop.